Hi, welcome to Energy Balancing with Pat. Today we're going to do an easy eye movement exercise that communicates to the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve communicates to our nervous system, putting it into the parasympathetic rest and digest mode. This is the mode we need to be in for healing to occur. This method was developed by Dr. Stanley Rosenberg, who did craniosacral and rolfing work and discovered that this method helped his clients maintain the healing after they left his office. And he found that healing occurred much more quickly and much more profoundly. So the first thing I want you to do is to just very gently turn your head one direction and notice how that feels, how far you can turn it comfortably. Gently bring it back and then turn to the other direction. Again, noticing how that feels. Is there constriction? Does one side turn more easily than the other? And then bring it back to center. And then if you can, put a number notation in your head or on a piece of paper, 1 to 5. How easy was it to turn to one direction versus the other direction? This will give you a marker that you can use to see what results this exercise does for you. So to begin the exercise then, we're going to interlace our fingers and place it at the back of our neck so that we're resting the weight of our head in our hands. And you're going to make sure you're sitting upright so that you have a good energy flow up the spine. You're going to be doing relaxed breathing. So make sure that you do not have any constriction around your ribs or your diaphragm, that you've got nice, full, slow breathing going on. And then I want you to notice the weight of your head in your fingers. And then I want you to notice the feeling of your hands on your head. So you've noticed a two-way communication going on. And then all we're going to do is keep our head facing forward. Without moving our head, we're going to gently turn our eyes all the way to one direction. And we're going to hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. Now, you don't have to hold that long if you notice your energy changes. If you have a sigh or a yawn or a swallow. If you have one of those signs, or at the end of 60 seconds, bring your eyes back to center, and then we're going to go to the other direction, looking all the way to the other direction, and just gently breathing, nice and slow in, a little bit of a slower, longer breath out. And okay, I had another little sigh, so I can bring my eyes back to the center. But if I didn't have a sigh or a yawn, I would just wait 60 seconds and return to the center anyway. You're training your vagus nerve, so over time you'll start to respond, and usually more quickly with practice. And then we'll repeat that exercise, going one direction and breathing nice and slowly in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth with a slightly longer exhale. And then back to center, and then over to the other direction. One side might take longer than the other, and one side might be different from the other on a different day. That's it. So what we've just done is communicate with our vagus nerve, sending relaxing messages. Now let's go back to our initial test to see how easy it is to turn our neck. We'll slowly turn all the way to one direction. Notice how easy that felt. Give it a number rating. And now let's turn to the other direction. Can you turn a little bit farther with ease? Okay. And then take a look at your numbers, the pair of numbers before you started and the pair that was after, and see if there's a difference. I think you'll find doing this exercise every day, especially if you do it before bed, is going to help bring that relaxation and rest message to all of the organs in your body so that they can start to function in a more comfortable space. When we're under stress, our organs aren't getting the oxygen and the blood flow they need to do a good job. When we are under stress, we're doing constricted breathing. We're compromised. So, when we can relax and go into the parasympathetic mode, when we can get our ventral vagus, our forward position of our vagus nerve, into rest and relax, then we're going to find that all of the organs begin to relax. They begin to receive oxygen. They begin to receive the nutrients they need in the blood flow. They begin to exhale and release the toxins or the emotions that they've been holding on for us, because the emotions are stored in the organs if they're not processed fully. So this is an important exercise. It's very simple. You can do this in bed before you close your eyes and go to sleep. You can do it in the morning before you get up and get your day going so that you're already in rest and relax and digest, and see where it takes you. This is Pat McGann, and I hope you have a wonderful and relaxed day.